Hello, hello. It's day number 14, the 5th of February. So what is this? This is a video series I make every day to keep myself accountable and directed, basically just moving towards my goals. My main goal is getting a job, and to do that, I need a better portfolio, skills, and resume. By that end, uh, by the end of the month, aka in 2 weeks, since we're on week number 2, I'd like to have gotten a few certifications and coded a few projects. Um, Still procrastinating on finding a follow-along project, and I think that's because that goal is kind of vague, but there's also some decision paralysis on what type of project it should be, and especially what technology it should use, whether it should use Vue, React, Angular, and that's just for front-end scripts. There's even more possible permutations once you start throwing in extra stuff and or uh, databases. Um, I'm not I for a first time project, I doubt I would end up using any cloud databases. Uh, I'd probably just use databases, local databases on my computer. But there's a lot of decisions to be made. So um, maybe I should restructure this goal into finding 4 projects. So find 4 follow-on projects, and then um, do X amount of them after, or just spin the wheel. Um, Okay, that sounds good. I studied for 2 hours today. Um, did I really try? Honestly, maybe. Debatable today. Today is probably the worst I've felt, physically and mentally. Not mentally in a depressed kind of way, just mentally as in today was a little rough. So, um, to answer the question of why today was rough, first, I'm still super sore, uh, so just moving around felt like a hassle. It should be going away soon, hopefully, but also, point number 2 is that my mom got a stomach bug, and I think it's passed on to me. I've been having like super duper minor stomach aches, uh, and my digestion's been kind of weird, so that might be getting to me, but I just felt generally kind of on edge today. But, um, I would say I didn't really try, uh, to, but yeah, I just have to lock in. It might also just be a posture thing. Maybe my posture is bad when I'm studying, because I do feel like I get the worst stomach aches while I'm studying. Although, maybe that's just some retrospective speculation that is not actually accurate. But like I said, today was a bit rough. I did do 2 hours, and I'm on pace to hit the 30-hour mark. Probably on pace to hit the 40-hour mark, even if I do an average of 3 hours a day. So not that big of a deal. Um, yeah, I can't imagine stomach bug plus being sore is good for the mental though. So uh, that's my. I'm not gonna call it an excuse. That's the context for why I didn't work so hard today. Did I try fitness version? I would say yes. I could barely do legs because basically all of my legs are sore, so I just did my calves, and then my tibialis stuff, and then some core exercises. My thighs and glutes, basically every muscle in my thigh is sore, except maybe my teardrop muscle. Yeah, that one wasn't hit too bad. It's also relatively small, so maybe it's already fully healed by now, which is interesting to think about. And then I did my core stuff. Pretty weak on the L-sit, but L-sits are also kind of a little thigh exercises, specifically extending your knee if you're keeping a straight leg. So yeah, that muscle is also sore. I'm yapping a lot. Uh, anyways, um, I'm pretty confident that within a week, maybe two at the latest, I'll stop getting sore from this routine. So I'm not too worried about the sustainability of it. I knew making this that I would get pretty freaking sore if I tried to keep this up. But historically, for me, I only really get sore after like periods of somewhat short inactivity, um, which I'm not sure why. That there might be something in there that means I'm not fully recovering during periods of activity or something else. But regardless, if I keep to this routine, I probably won't get sore. So that'll be cool. Um, so yeah, I hit all the boxes, but they were kind of weaker boxes. When I was climbing, I felt really weak on the wall, but I did get a good hangboarding session in. So, good forearm pump today and fingers. So I turned climbing around. Climbing was like a true good effort for sure, and then the others were kind of bad because I was sore. But I won't be sore in the future. So yeah, I guess I tried. I wish I wasn't sore. I don't know, but being sore is kind of cool. I'm getting delirious because I want to go to bed. Anyways, random idea talk. So, um, how does your brain get what it wants? So, let's think about when you're hungry. Uh, Inherently, you're gonna like food way more if you're hungry than if you've just eaten a 2,000 calorie meal. Like the idea of eating a sandwich will just be more appealing if you're on an 8-hour fast compared to having just eaten a meal. Um, an anecdote for me is also anecdotes are kind of inherently uh, non-scientific because sample size of one, but I just wanted to talk about it because I thought about it when I was writing the slide. So my favorite meal from the university cafeteria of all time was when I wasn't able to eat until dinner time, and they had barbecue chicken thighs, and honestly they were pretty good, but I think I loved them especially, like they were especially good to me because I hadn't eaten all day. And I think that this idea also applies for specific cravings, like a sweet tooth craving. Maybe your body is like, I'm low on sugar. Can I get some sugar, please? Or maybe if someone's craving pickles, they need salt or the iodine. Um, Basically, how your body is subconsciously telling you that it's running low on something. And I was wondering because um, the idea of not studying was the most appealing to me today that it's been in the last few days. And that might be because I bumped up my studying yesterday. Yesterday I did 4 hours for the first time. Um, and I was wondering if a dopamine appetite, if that concept makes sense. And I think it's worth keeping in mind because, um, for example, uh, bodybuilders, when they're bulking, they hate the idea of eating. Or at least from what I've seen on Chris Bumstead's blog videos, because they're force feeding so much food. Uh, but on the other hand, when they're cutting, they they just really want to eat more food, but they follow the process because they know that their goals are on the other side of that process, even though it gets kind of hard in the moment and your brain is telling you, your brain is kind of working against you in that way. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to lock in and keep my head down and study some more. Um, and hopefully the stomach aches go away. Hopefully. But yeah, I should be getting better any day now. I'm eating pretty healthy, feeling pretty good. Um, yeah, I think that's it for me today. I did all right. Um, Good given the circumstances, but I could have controlled the circumstances a bit better, maybe. That's it for me today. I think I rambled a ton. I think because I'm tired. But yeah, that's it for me. Take care. Bye bye. Don't subscribe.